Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to begin. Okay. Starting to move the attention to the breath, where the air is coming in. Just feeling the sensations of the breath there as we start slowing down. Just with each subsequent breath, just adding on a couple more seconds to the inhale and the exhale. On each exhalation, just feeling a bit more tension release and removing a bit more stress in the body. Just allowing the body to readjust if it needs to just accommodate this relaxation. So I've just moved my hands a bit further back onto my thighs from my knees to let my shoulders rest. Just sat up a bit straighter to let my neck rest a bit more. And just moving the attention to the nose. Feeling the sensations here of each new breath. And as I do this, I'm noticing a bit of haste within myself to breathe faster, say more. So just trying to go in the opposite direction. Slowing down the breath a little bit more. Saying a little bit less, feeling more. Just feeling the sensations on the inhale there. What sensations can I feel here? What tells me I'm breathing in? What tells me I'm breathing out? Any thoughts or mental imagery arises, just returning to this feeling of breathing. Noticing a pull towards my mind. It wants me to think certain things. Just as these things happen, look at how the breath is affected. Almost immediately it starts picking up the pace, starts increasing its force. Removes any prospect of rest. So becoming aware of these tugs whenever they happen, almost seeing them as an outside observer looking in, and just returning the attention to the breath. If your attention is pulled towards the senses, a loud train goes by, for example. Sorry about that. But just returning to the breath. As I sit here, just noticing some tension in the body. So, gonna sit with the breath for a few more inhalation, exhalations, and then gently gonna start moving up towards where these tensions are, where this stress is. So continuing to feel the breath for now. Removing any sense of urgency, if this needs to happen next. And now just continuing to keep this steadiness with the breath and just moving up to the head, looking around for places of tension, of stress, contraction. So for me, I'm just moving into my brow, my forehead. In between breaths almost, just allowing any tension to release. The same with my eyes, my jaw, and my neck. Allowing the body to shift if it needs to. And moving down to the shoulders. Any worries, anxieties, stresses from the day arise. Continuing to see them as if from an outside perspective, as if they're happening to someone else. And then returning back to where I was. It's okay if they trap you, if they pull your attention really fast and before you know it, you're just lost elsewhere. It's okay. It's not falling over that matters, it's how you get back up. And the getting up here is just gently returning back to where we were, without allowing any haste or urgency to build, or self-annoyance, self-incrimination. So just in the shoulders now. Continuing to have this basis of breath in our attention when we need it or when we can. And just inviting the body to rest, releasing any tension you're holding in the shoulders and the upper back, in the chest, in the upper arms and the elbows. Letting this wave build and flow downwards, down to the forearms, the wrists, missed my elbows, so just revisiting them and continuing down. Noticing some haste is building within me, so just returning to the breath for a few breaths, feeling the expansion in the belly, and the contraction as the air goes out. And then there's a pause, and a repeat. Just returning with this rest to the hands, and down the torso, to the abdomen and the lower back, and the hip region, and the thighs, and the calves, the knees. Just inviting them to rest. And the feet too, of course. Everything just rest now. And returning to the breath. Just feeling the air come in the nose. Starting to follow it down a little bit. Follow the sensations down. coolness, freshness as it comes in. Slight expansion of the nostrils. Then it goes up a little bit, the coolness coming with it. Diagonal feels like a tube. Then there's this feeling of expansion into the mouth, big open space. And down the throat and belly expands. And belly contracts. Warm, thicker air comes through, up the throat and out. Not necessarily trying to tick off these sensations. I'm just saying hello to each breath as it comes in and goes out with a newness, because each breath is new. Any thoughts or mental imagery develops, saying hello and returning to the breath. While feeling the breath, just bringing the gaze into focus as well. Just a relaxed gaze, not looking at anything in particular. Just sitting in the nice darkness, watching the clouds go by. Noticing how my body changes when the breath comes in and the breath goes out. It's almost a slight contraction, even in my arms. Okay, we're just coming up to the 20-minute mark now. Thank you very much for being here with me this evening. If you have some more time, feel free to stay just being with the breath a bit longer. catch you again in the morning.